rain tinkers with the toys of a child's imagination. It lingers there, above our heads, never to be forgot. These memories are to be celebrated and thought of as the rain pushes it back into ourselves as we walk the streets on a rainy day. The puddles reflected the questioning sky so perfectly that the song of the dripping leaves was only disturbed by the one of splashing footsteps. A boy with heavy hair, real as the rain, offered his body to be soaked with life, for he had no need for his own. His mind held him up like a marionette. On his way, he met a girl, called out from her home to embrace the falling weather and its healing goodness. The sound of rain was so personal, they could close their ears and still hear it drip, planted precisely in their minds. The touch of its freezing droplets only intensified their every sense, and even as alert and alive they felt, there was still a new sense, longing to be known. They both looked freezing. His hands were chapped white and his bones were frozen hollow. Her hair ran down her dripping face, catching the rain, forcing it to dance through the deep tangling blackness. And as they stood in the pouring afternoon, searching for each other through their soggy eyelashes, the deepest sorrows and the joyous longings of both the boy and the girl were shared. And without any means of communication but strict eye contact, they opened up a new dimension to life. The boy was meant to speak truth, and the girl in return was meant to listen. And tears overwhelmingly flowed from his sorrowful eyes, and his voice led the way for his soul to escape him.
One time when I was little, I wrote on a piece of paper, I folded it up, and I put it in a peanut butter jar. And I went outside in the pouring rain, and I sent it down the curb stream. And as I watched it get farther and further down the road until I couldn't follow it anymore, my only hope was that maybe someone would find it. That's why I had wrote it. Why couldn't it have stopped a man as he was getting out of his car, when he just came home from work? My soul is to create and give. That's what I'm good at. That's why I'm here. But since that day, I don't even remember what I wrote on the note. And I feel like I'm never going to remember. And my gift to the earth and to everyone and everything, to life, it's all been lost.
Dan, it's okay. I found your letter. It's not lost.
The tender tears of her poetic face streamed down like the flowing rivers of a melting snow-covered mountain. Her warm lips collected the wetted air and smacked together, letting each word contribute to the song of her voice.
I found it when I was a little girl. I was playing in the rain, and as I stepped on the side of the road, I felt it hit my feet. I picked up the jar and I sat on the curb. I opened it and found the letter inside. I felt like someone had given me a precious gift. I read your letter and it made me feel so alive. It made me happy. It made me open up. It made me feel like everything's okay. Once I went to my cousin's for a sleepover. My aunt baked with us. I baked chocolate chip cookies and blueberry muffins for the morning. When it was time to clean up, I helped her with the dishes. As I ran my fingers through the water, I kept thinking about Your letter. Couldn't wait to get home and read it again. We went to bed and we got to sleep in our forts that we spent 3 hours building. I think we used every blanket in our closet. In the morning, my mom picked me up after church. I got home and I couldn't find your letter. I looked through my drawer over and over again. I emptied the socks all over my room. I could not find your letter. I was really upset for a few days. I felt like I lost a huge part of me. And I found you at the park one day.
Oh, I've never forgotten that day. You were with your cousins. And when I came along, we decided all to play tag. It was a lot of fun chasing you guys around. You guys always ran to the tallest tower together. It was keep away from Dan. It wasn't tag anymore. I think you saw that it was getting to me because right then you jumped from the tallest tower and you landed softly on the wood chips and I chased you. And then we found each other under the bridge in the shadows where no one could see us.
Remember, I grabbed your hand and pulled you to the sandbox. There we sat there by ourselves and talked, just you and me. I got to know you, and I realized right then that you were the one that wrote the letter. I didn't feel so bad that I'd lost it because I'd found you. We were connected somehow. I didn't need the letter anymore.
Then they collapsed into each other to shake off those loose raindrops still hanging upside down on their childhood dreams. As they hugged and danced in the wet grass, their hearts both exploded with love and the willingness to share it with everyone and everything every day. The note had drifted out of both their lives as swiftly as the rain had stopped, and the sun shone her swollen face in the open sky, marking the beginning of a new story and the end of